Welcome to FOMO Consulting for your daily AMC stock analysis video on Friday, June 25th. Ladies and gentlemen, the war rages on, but the one thing that I do know is that we are winning. Nothing gives me concern, nothing gives me pause, nothing gives me worry. And as always, the apes are winning, the diamond hands are winning, most importantly, the retail investors winning. So if you find this video informative and entertaining, please like, share, certainly comment, and most importantly, subscribe. It's a newer channel and I would appreciate your support. Let's get into the video. Thank you as always to each and every one of you who has liked, shared, commented, and subscribed. It means the world to me. Thank you very much. Let's start with a quote. The ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do. The outside world thinks the apes are crazy. How could we possibly cause a squeeze? How could we save AMC? Why are we buying and holding? They think we're out of our minds, but make no mistake about it, we certainly are doing this to make change, and we are succeeding, and we are winning. So let's look at the broader market. Overall, not a terrible day. S&P had a new all-time high, closed up 14 points, Dow up 237 points, seems to have shaken off last week's concerns around inflation. NASDAQ down 9 points, as you can see, had kind of a very volatile day. Pretty good sell-off towards the end of the day, but overall not terrible. And the Russell, as you can see by the chart, had a major run-up towards close and then a major sell-off, likely due to the rebalancing. And as you can see by this quick snip, U.S. stocks could see the largest trading volume of the year Friday as investors work through the final rebalancing of the $47 trillion Russell group of indices and implications for, of course, meme stocks and SPAC deals, because they have to mention meme stocks. So at the end of the day, I think GME and AMC have both been somewhat at the whim of that, especially today, based on volume, based on the erratic nature, but certainly within the last 30 minutes of the trading day, we certainly saw a big pop in GME and certainly in AMC. So let's look at crypto. Overall, crypto, it's been a rough week or two for crypto. Had pretty hard sell-offs again today. Ethereum is down, Doge is down substantially, and Bitcoin is down almost 8 points. But again, it's just been very volatile. Cash in, cash out. No doubt linked to the broader market and some of the things going on currently. So this is a chart from Ortex. This is the short share average days on loan. So if you look to the left, you'll see the red bar. That's around the price point that they got in, around that $10 mark. And at its highest point, they held those short shares for about 58 days. Over the last week and a half, they have reduced that substantially down to 31 days as of the latest data, as you can see, which is why I believe this week they have been so overly aggressive shorting this stock, trying to pin the price. Nothing has changed fundamentally about the short squeeze scenario. If anything, it's gotten better for us, but you can certainly see by the short interest going up, the borrow fee going down, the shares on loan going up. They are reshorting at a higher level and covering all and resetting almost simultaneously. At least that's my hypothesis based on this data. But again, we know that there is or has been basically an invisible sell wall around that $60 mark that has kept us from running and kept us consolidated, kept us pinned while they perform these actions. As you can see, again, this is a substantial change in a very short period of time. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, the data showed 37 days. But again, fundamentally, absolutely nothing has changed. If anything, it's gotten better for us. So sometimes you're just along for the ride. Again, between the rebalancing, them desperately trying to reset those short positions. They've been very, very aggressive this week with shorting. And obviously, based on that data, you know why. And then the options being in play, and there wasn't a whole heck of a lot for them to fight for, but we pushed up and closed over $54, which was huge. And by doing so, we had 49,000 calls expire in the money. So that's a pretty decent week, not the biggest week we've had recently, but overall, with the other factors in play, with 002, all the other regulations in play, we've had the rebalancing. We've certainly had them taking advantage of the situation by resetting the short positions. As I just showed you, nothing fundamentally has changed this week, but it was just a week of almost positioning for the squeeze, it would appear. Well done, German apes. Rough day, no different than us, but you held strong, and next week I believe will be much better. So let's look at how we did today. Overall, we did fantastically, in my opinion. We held up to yet again another heavy short attack at the opening bell. They did it again midday. They were obviously very, very determined this week to keep the price suppressed, keep it in the mid 50s. We struggled to get above that due to all the heavy selling pressure from those shorts. But overall, I think we held the floor. We did very well. We responded end of day very, very well and closed above $54. So we closed at $54.06, down $2.64 or 4.66%, down a little bit after hours, no big deal. Again, I believe this week was just a week of positioning, consolidation. We held our own, we held very strong, and the war rages on. So let's look at the 5-minute chart. This is for the entire trading week, as you can see. So we started out the week, as you can see, coming right out of the gate around that $63 level. They shorted us all the way down to $51, as you can see. We sprung right back up, and we've held our own ever since. Again, consolidating, but you can see where the MACD, specifically, at least on this chart, over the course of the week, they dug, and when they hit hard. The indicators certainly went into oversold territory several times. They kept us below pretty much neutral a lot of the week on the RSI, as you can see. So overall, we withstood a ton of heavy selling pressure, and we performed very well, and I am very, very confident next week. So this is the 30-minute chart, as you can see. Over the longer term, we are holding that $50 level very, very well. We didn't even approach it over the last several trading days. We are holding very, very strong in that mid 50 area. As you know, that $60 level is key, but we're just consolidating within that channel, and I believe we're poised for a breakout. So let's look at the 1-hour chart. 1 hour, again, as you can see, MACD is in a bearish territory. The alligator is now in a bearish direction, mouth open, but I believe that will correct next week. And the RSI is pretty low in the channel, almost in oversold territory. Again, I believe all of these indicators are perfectly set up for a major, major bull run next week. Hopefully, all of this positioning and heavy short attacks are past us, and we can get back to business. So let's look at the 1-hour chart. Again, $60 level, key to break. We are trending upwards, as you see, and we've been consolidating just in that channel, $50 to $60. The MACD, again, is everything has kind of cooled off. We've just kind of been trending flat over the last week or so, but you can see where the RSI is certainly poised for a bullish break. So let's look at the 4-hour. Alligator's mouth is still open. He's closed it a little bit, but that's okay. He's still ready to make a bull run. MACD is clearly going downhill in a shallow bullish direction, and the RSI has now been reset to basically neutral. Again, all of these indicators to me would indicate we are ready for a new bull run. But if you look at the price action, it's been almost flat, at least on this chart, which would essentially be a divergence, right? So let's look at the daily. So again, daily chart would show you that we've just entered a bearish MACD crossover on the daily due to all the heavy short pressure that we've resisted over the last really 2 weeks. RSI is back in the channel again, ready to bounce, I believe, and make a fresh bull run. Alligator's mouth is still open in a very bullish direction. GME did very, very well at end of day, likely due to the rebalancing. What an impressive move with that. Well, that's a heck of a spike there. That probably woke a few people up. But GME's been under the same heavy short attacks that AMC has been. But overall, a lot of consolidation today in GME. Lower volumes in really both stocks. But as you can see, overall, not a terrible day. Recovered very well going into the weekend. Coming to an AMC theater near you, F9 opens today, has already raked in $300 million internationally, opens in the United States and Canada. Go get some of that free popcorn, enjoy your family, friends, and loved ones. Go see a movie this weekend, chill out, support your company, but this could be a huge catalyst from the media coverage over the weekend and early next week around box office numbers. So again, I think this is a very, very bullish weekend for us and should set us up nicely for Monday. AMC voting window has opened. Vote your conscience. So let's look at the short interest. So there are two more short-only positions that have opened versus yesterday. We are at 433 total institutional owners. Right there. Utilization has gone up substantially to 91%. The current short interest has rocketed from 14 or so yesterday. We are at 18.61, and then we had a 0.26% increase throughout the day. They borrowed 3.84 million, returned 3.5, and I believe they used every one of them. And again, shares on loan has gone up drastically over the last few days. We were in the high 80s last week. We are now 97 million. Short interest trend data, as you can see, Ortex obviously made the adjustment last night in the short interest, and the indicators, as you can see, have skyrocketed up towards the price point. So everything is perfectly in line for a short squeeze. If, as I showed you earlier, even though I believe that they are basically covering and reshorting at the exact same time to reset their position, nothing fundamentally has changed whatsoever. So let's look at the big trades today in the options. So overall options volume was around 1 million, about normal, 1.6 to 1. Call put ratio certainly still very bullish. Nothing too terribly crazy in the big trades, but some of these were further out expirations, and interest is starting to grow for next week in the volume expiring 7/2/2021. So as you can see, the call volume going into next week is about 138,000 to the put volume of 91,000, and the open interest on calls is about 176,000 versus 159. So still leveraged very heavily in call in the bull direction. So overall, no big deal. We'll analyze this throughout the weekend and going into next week, but certainly still very bullish. Always fun to look at. Nothing has fundamentally changed. Overall, very bullish. Let's close with a quote. Impatience can teach us the lessons of patience better. We've certainly had to be patient with AMC stock going through this process, holding, buying for many weeks and months. For those of you that have been in this play for a long time, we have been rewarded handsomely for that patience. Continued patience is required as we get through this consolidation period for our next leg up. That's just my opinion. So thank you as always for watching. If you found this video informative and entertaining, please like, share, certainly comment, and most importantly, subscribe. It's a newer channel, and I would appreciate the support. But as always, I hope your life is full of green candles. You have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.